Alright, I'm re-recording this. I recorded this earlier with Intuo, one of the members on the Lantern Discord, but unfortunately my laptop was not able to record very well running MTGO, streaming Discord, and running OBS at the same time. So it was pretty miserable. So I'm re-recording this. I prefer to be able to have like Intuo or other people alongside, but so crap. Here, let me go through that again real quick so you can see that mulligan decision. So this is against Chris MTG77. This is um, a pretty common Amulet Titan player, and I'm familiar with their name because I did a decent amount of Amulet Titan data work previously. Shit. So anyways, that was a one land hand with the Saga. I'm not keeping it. I'll just leave it at that. This is also not a great hand, especially against Titan. So I mulligan once more. In this hand, I'm like, well, I guess I got to keep it. And I figure I have a needle, I got a bridge, and I have a lock. I need a discard, hopefully. So it's about the best I can ask for. Play the Lantern, see Hedge Maze, so that pretty much confirms it is going to be Amulet Titan. There is a decent number of Amulet Titan decks that run like a singleton of the Surveil lands. And then confirms there's a Titan on top. So play the Shredder, go ahead and mill that. And I'm saving the needle because what I'm hoping for here is that they play ring, I needle ring, and if I can delay them long enough, maybe their own ring will kill them. Chances are that's not going to happen, but I figure that's not bad hopes. I mill myself because really I'm looking for discard, and milling the Gruul Turf doesn't matter. And sure enough, there's the ring. I do not shuffle with the Catacombs there because I want this discard. I can't cast the discard, but I want it. So here I'm going to name the ring with the needle, and I'm going to mill during their upkeep to get rid of this Titan, and I'm going to hope, beyond hope, that they don't have it. Yeah, so they explore, they get a Summoner's Pact, so now they're going to be able to pact for the next Titan. So they do the Stronghold Garrison, give the Titan haste, and then they're going to search for Boseiju and Bounce Land, so that they can Boseiju Bridge if they need to. Now, in hindsight, I'm not dead yet. So I figure what might have been correct there is let them Boseiju that. Well, well, they Boseiju that, so that means I'll be able to do a bridge, actually. Yeah. So now I'm hoping to be able to cast bridge, dot seize whatever they have in their hand. I kind of wish I had that needle, though, for the ring, but I'm just kind of hoping. They do have to pay for pact next turn. So I fetch because I don't want to draw that Grafdigger's Cage. I'm looking for something here. And there is a trophy. So now I'm going to be able to trophy that Titan. I'm going to Thoughtseize. See what they got. They have a bunch of lands. Doop. And the Summoner's Pact. And so I'm going to wait for them to pay for Pact. And I'm just kind of hoping that they whiff on Ring. Is what's going on here. Unfortunately, they do not whiff on Ring. They get another pack so they can get the last Titan. So I'm going to trophy this one. They're going to get the other Titan with this pact. And I'm already at 9, so now they're just going to Valakut me with the Dryad that they drew off a Ring. And then that's going to be enough. So, yeah, I concede. So game 2. So sideboarding against Titan is almost the exact same way I sideboard against Mono Green Tron. I bring in 2 Damping Sphere, 3 Terra Sunder, 2 Necromantias. I sided out the 4 Baubles, and a Cage, and a Cookbook. And I went up to 61 cards. This looks like a crazy hand to keep, but with a double duress and a trophy, I'm hoping to slow down my opponent enough to win. So there's the hand, and it's pretty good. The Amulet, Summoner's Pact, Terra Sunder, Boseiju, Titan. Yeah, it's not bad at all. So I take the Amulet first, of course. There's the Forest. I get the Necromantia, which is great. So what I'm hoping for here is that they Boseiju the Pixis, and that'll give me the 2nd black mana for Necromantia. I don't really care about Summoner's Pact here, so... I do blind with the Pixis. So Damping Sphere, again, I want to lure out the Boseiju. And Damping Sphere will slow down my opponent anyways. So now I have the 2nd black sword, so I'm going to go ahead and Necromantia now. So I fix the mana. And get their Titans. So if we look at their deck, that means that the only threats that they have left are 4 Dryads, a Cultivator Colossus, and then if they want to try to, Sagas. They have 3 Sagas, 1 in hand, and they have... they could try to Slayer Stronghold, attack under Bridge, or Pump Grazer. So I gotta trophy that Saga. I don't Thoughtseize here. because then I won't be able to trophy the saga, which is going to be extremely important to do. So I wait until that trigger. I should have done this during their draw step so that they can't float mana off of it. Yeah, now they besiege you. My Damping Sphere. They don't have a whole lot going on, really. So, yeah. I Thoughtseize there, if I'm not mistaken. I drew a second Thoughtseize. And this is where Fomori Vault starts coming in. Discard that Thoughtseize, try to find something else. There's a Marsh, so it is digging me a card deep. But then there's a Lantern, and now my opponent only has 4 power on board. Their hand doesn't have squat. I mean, it has an Odawara. Here, I'll get rid of all this stuff. But I'll be able to play Lantern, and then use the Vault to turn through my deck to find a bridge. So I'm going to wait to exile that during their upkeep. I drew a Gruul Turf. I'm going to ditch this Marsh and look 2 cards deep. Gives me another Pixis. And then there's a bridge. So Fomori Vault is really putting in work here. I got to get rid of that Teleria West. Spelunking I'm not worried about because it just draws a card at sorcery speed. Now they're going to use the Odawara to bounce it and try to draw another card to get this Saga. I can't let them have that, so I have to Pixis here and just kind of hope their next card isn't important. And even if I have to sack my Lantern, I can use my Vault to dig for another. And it's at this point that the game is over. Because now I have the 2 Pixis, I have 2 Gardens, and Fomori Vault's going to let me dig for more Mill Rocks every turn. There's a Saga, so the Saga's going to let me get Shredder. I don't really need the Damping Sphere, so I pitch it, and I get another Gardens. So now I get the Shredder, copy, so I got 2 Pixis, I got a Shredder, copy, copy. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Mill Rocks. And I'll still be able to use... I still have the mana for Fomori Vault to get another Mill Rock every single turn. So assuming I don't get another Mill Rock, 27 cards in deck, milling 6 cards, plus they draw 1 card per turn, so that's 7. Yeah, they got less than 5 turns to live. So, game 3. Same sideboarding, the 2 Damping Sphere, 2 Necromentia, 3 Terra Sunder. So in hindsight, I'm on the draw here. And this doesn't look like a terrible hand. Against most decks, this is great. But I'm on the draw against Amulet Titan. I think I should have mulliganed this. to try to get a more proactive hand with discard, tear sunder, our damping sphere, necromenches, all that stuff to try to slow them down and then solidify. So I think I end up losing because of that. Yeah. Gardens. Um, Now, going through this replay before, there is an argument that I could have named Mycosynth Gardens with this needle that might have been more correct. And if I had done that, I probably wouldn't have died on this turn right now. And the second thing is, I could have played like a swamp or a marsh and then bluffed that I have Assassin's Trophy. Uh, so they packed here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, Spelunking first. Yeah, packed there for the Grazer, and then they go for the win. So, uh, yeah, I think if I had named Gardens there, I wouldn't have lost immediately. If I had bluffed an Amulet, or an Assassin's Trophy, I might not have lost there. And if I had mulliganed to a stronger hand, I might not have lost there. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but, that's how it goes sometimes. But the rest of this is just them as Titan doing Titan things. Doop. Yeah. Mirror Pool, copy Titan, Valakut, give it haste. Yeah, that's game. But yeah, I did end up going 4-1 that league, and this was my only loss.